to get to know your system, to use it?
The whole VSTS, you mean? The whole Visual Studio Team system?
Yes, yes.
Usually it's a 2 months after.
Have you got a training for it?
Yeah. And Microsoft gives free training for it in Hungary.
2 months training.
No. It's a 1 week training, and I think it's said that learning on the job in 2 months you can get used to it and know all the tricks.
2 months, but 2 months period.
2 months period, yeah.
And can I download only the progress tracking module of it, because probably you are not supporting my programming language.
We should support.
I doubt it's very proprietary.
Okay, it supports a lot of languages. For example, for the VSTS and TFS, we have an Eclipse client, and we have a client for Linuxes. So if you don't have Eclipse on Linux, you can use it, or Unix is it. You can use the TFS and every feature. But if you just use the source control and the build system of it, but don't use the compiler itself, you can. And then you get all the other benefits. And if
I don't want to buy everything. How much does it cost, by the way?
The whole system?
If you said that I have to buy the full thing, yes.
You can buy smaller things. So we have the professional version. Then we have 4 editions for different kind of needs. We have one for the architects, we have one for developers, for the testers, and for the database professionals. And then if you need all 4, or if you calculate, you can say that if you need at least 2 of these, you can buy the whole 4 together. To buy the whole thing and to buy server licenses for it and the server, so everything together, it's $5K in dollars. So it's $5,000
for one license.
But then it's the biggest, you know, the one which has the most ticks next to it. So
is it a company license or a one person's license?
No, it's for one person. If you need, for example, just a client access license, it's less than, how much is it? I think it's less than $1,000 for a client access license. Speaking about how much thing is inside, there's a lot of things inside, so you get a lot of things for your money.
Yes, but you know, 60% of the features are not used.
But that's
sorry, I couldn't stop.
but that is for the training course, so that then you get know to those features. I know a lot of people who say that they are doing development with this and this tool, and you ask from some feature from the tool and said, I am using this for 2 years, never seen that menu item. So I know people who sometimes fall into this case.
Have you already got some references in Hungary?
Yep.
May I ask which companies? Or is it a secret? If it is...
No. We have currently 4 banks, and we have 2 telecommunication companies from the series. So that's how much I can tell. That's how much I can tell now.
Okay.
But speaking for smaller companies, there are a lot of references. But speaking at large, there are already some references. So if anyone interested in speaking about HR, we have the Architecture Forum website. And if anyone interested in seeing the future of VSTS, we have the aforementioned Architect Academy Advanced for that. Okay. Sorry, my twins are waiting for me, and they won't get washed if I don't arrive, so that's a tough thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, you are the only customer here, so I ask you, what do you think?
I'm a customer of tools, so I think it's great. Yeah, I think from a customer point of view, I think Agile is incredibly attractive. It gives them phenomenal amounts of control, gives them phenomenal amounts of visibility. It's really, I've been working a lot on governance lately, and from a governance point of view, Agile is far superior because I get this visibility. In the traditional world with waterfall, I've got no idea what the heck is going on, right? It's so easy for the traditionals to lie and to mislead me, and they produce nothing for months that give me any sort of concrete feedback, right? They just make promises, and here's this wonderful requirements document, here's this wonderful architecture document, please sign off, please give me lots of money, maybe I'll produce something months later. Who the heck knows what's going on, right? So this is why, and so what's happened is, so from a customer point of view, this is incredibly risky. This is why they insist on these big upfront estimates now, and they insist on all these documents because they don't trust us. And it's interesting to see that once you go to Agile and the customers can start seeing, oh yeah, I told the IT guys to do something, and 2 weeks later there's some working software, tell them something else, and 2 weeks later there's some more. I can start seeing exactly how my money's being spent. I can start actually controlling the project. So if I have a portfolio of projects, I can start investing in the projects that are doing well. I can start removing funds from the ones that aren't doing so well. I can starve them, because why would you give money to project teams that aren't doing well? That's crazy. But in the traditional world, I can't tell what the heck's going on, right? I get these status reports telling me everything's fine, but good luck with that, right? So this, I think, this is incredibly attractive to the stakeholders, but it's also incredibly dangerous because now they actually have to do their jobs. They have to be responsible for the decisions that they make, right? There's no more of this fooling around. Like, there's no more. They give you €1 million, and then 2 years later, they're surprised that all the money got wasted. Now it's like, here's 50,000 euros this month, here's 50,000 next month, and so on, and they've got control of the budget. So as a result, they're responsible for it, and they now have to direct the project and make sure it's going in the right direction. So there's no more, they can't point fingers at the IT people anymore. But then again, too, the IT people have to produce. So it's a dangerous game.
And what if, for example, the customers are not willing to get upgrades every second week?
Then you don't deliver into production, right? So as professionals, you need to determine what they can tolerate. So you might be doing internal releases every 2 weeks because you want to be showing regular progress. You want to be handing something off to your independent test environment, but that doesn't mean that goes into production. So there's a difference between internal releases and production releases. So if your stakeholders can only tolerate a production release every 6 months, every year, every 5 years, then that's what you do. But that doesn't mean, so a perfect example is IBM DB2. They could be on internally they could be on a monthly iteration schedule, yet we release that every 3 years or whatever the magic number is, because our customers can't tolerate something. I don't know what the number is, maybe it's 2 years, I don't know, but it's a big product, right? Nobody's going to replace their database server every 2 weeks. That's crazy. They're not even going to do it every year. That's also probably crazy for a big bank. They'd go ballistic if you even suggested it. So you don't do that. So it depends on the situation. But you can internally you can still be very smart about what you do.